સંધાન ઓલ ગુજરાત ઇન્ટિગ્રેટેડ ક્લાસરૂમ
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Shobna Nair from Srimati S.R. Mehta Arts College, Nav Gujarat, Ahmedabad. I'm going to talk about gender studies. Gender studies, the word itself has a very, very broad meaning. We are not going to delve into anything specific, but the broader aspects. What are the topics that come under gender studies and how gender studies came into existence? What are the various branches, how it's an interdisciplinary area, and how various other subjects are also a part of gender studies, and how this particular area has tried to evolve the society, bring about changes, and it is still evolving. So there are multiple meanings to this, and we will try and see. When we talk about gender studies, some of the key questions that come to our mind are: what do we mean by gender? Number one, how is gender made and remade? What are the implications of gender for policy and practice? So these are the key questions which we will focus on. Followed by, we will talk about the characteristics that are instrumental in the gender studies. We won't talk about the contributions made by various theorists who have worked in this area, but we will in general talk about general studies and the area of gender studies in particular. What do we mean by gender? The word gender is a little ambiguous, for the matter that we understand that there is a masculine gender, there is a feminine gender, and the neutral gender. That's an idea that we generally have. But when we talk about gender studies, gender has a meaning. Gender is a social construct, right? When a child is born, the moment the child is born, there is a clear-cut division that either the child is a boy or a girl, or it could be a third gender. So there itself the identity comes. And because of the social constructs, because of the way the society expects different people to behave differently, the divisions evolve right from the childhood. A boy is brought up in a particular manner, a girl is brought up in a very different way. The upbringing of a boy and a girl being different, the society in fact expects boy and a girl to behave in a particular manner, which leads to the clear division and which leads to injustice, inequality, and these are all the areas, and these areas can be discussed in a broader perspective in different fields. It could be history, it could be sociology, it could be politics, and any of the fields that you look at, you will find it is connected with the gender studies. How is gender made and remade? With awareness, with activism taking place, it has been, it's evolving and it's changing with every passing time. So there is no clear-cut definition for the term gender. It keeps changing, and you will find new meanings being given to this word. Now, what are the implications of gender for policy and practice? So even when policies are being formed, we talk about the social practices, gender plays a very important role. And therefore, there is inequality which can be visible. Now, when we are explaining the term gender, we cannot but describe the social relations with gender. What is meant by the term gender and how is it used? The term gender, again, as I said before earlier, it is to do with the biological aspect. When a child is born, the child is a boy or a girl, and therefore from there comes the meaning, and the meaning is actually ascribed by attributed by the society. The stereotypes that are formed play a major role in deciding the gender. Evidence that supports the key determinant of inequalities. When we delve into this area of gender studies, we find ample evidences that would support that how there is inequality as far as the gender is concerned. There is gender discrimination, if we can use the term, and the experiences, the social experiences. For example, when we talk about inequality, as I said, a boy and a girl, they are born with different privileges. A boy is more privileged in a patriarchal setup, and so the experiences, the social experiences, the personal experiences of the boy is different from the girl, depending on the kind of a family, the kind of a society that he or she is born to. Why does gender matter? Gender is very important. It matters mainly because it's from this discrimination that various other problems come up. So it's a very important matter. Now, gender has entered the field as a concept. It is used to explain social divisions. You will find that it is gender that divides human beings in a society, and therefore you will find that the privileges enjoyed by different genders are differently explained, and there is a lot of inequality, which is the major issue. We are all born into existing gender frameworks. So, as I said earlier, again, we are born into a gender, it is expected of a boy or it is expected of a girl to behave in a particular manner to gain or achieve success in the society, depending on what your gender is. The concept of gender is situated within feminist and gender studies theories and practices. Gender studies in literature, for that matter, is very much connected and related to the feminist movement. And due to the feminist movements, the theories that have come up and the practices that have come up has a direct impact on the way the society perceives a man and a woman, and what is expected of the society, how the change has to come gradually. Critical thinking about gender, inspired by feminist theories and political campaigns from suffrage movement through what was called second wave feminism to the more recent critics of the queer theory emerging from gender studies. So that is why we say that when we talk about gender studies, the feminist movement plays a very, very major role, because it's this movement that has provided the essential information as well as created awareness and tried to fight for the rights of women in particular through various movements. So right from the suffrage movement, if we talk about, where women were even denied the right to vote, it all started from there. So and then the second wave of feminism that came up, where it's more of a radical kind of a feminism which had come, and then leading to the recent critiques, as we said, the queer theory emerging from gender studies. So all these are all wide terms, and these are all part of the gender studies. Now, gender is a realm of biology, or not worthy of serious analysis, is much of the canon of social and philosophical comment. So because gender, it includes the biological aspect, the anatomy, but at the same time, gender is used in social context, in cultural regulatory forces. So the word gender has multiple meanings when it comes to these different fields. When we talk about the anatomical aspect, we know that a male is different from a female at the time of birth. But when we talk about the social forces that are responsible for creating a gender differences, gender discrimination, then it is the society that plays a major role in clearly dividing by bringing in total inequality, whether it is to the right to education, because we have seen, if we look back into the history, we would know that women were denied education, resulting in to denial of power, position, knowledge, everything. So therefore they are already discriminated just because of the anatomical fact that they are born in a particular gender. And the society, to add more problems, has a particular kind of setup. The cultural regulatory forces also play a very different role, because when we talk about different culture has different kind of regulatory forces. For example, if we look at a patriarchal setup, you find that women are suppressed, they are denied any kind of freedom, and it is always in a patriarchal setup they are silenced. Whereas when we talk about a matriarchal system, again, so the regulatory forces are different, where women enjoy equal rights, probably more in a matriarchal. She's the head of the family, whereas in a patriarchal setup, it is the male who dominates the family, who is the head of the family. So when we talk about gender studies, it is not just the physiological aspect, but at the same time the sociological, the cultural, all these aspects are covered in the word that in the term or the phrase that we use is gender studies. It's a very, very broad subject. To understand gender, the understanding of gender, it is it's a combination of two things, not only theory but practice. So it is the study of gender which also helps us reflect and devise strategies for managing change, because we know that in the society there is inequality, there is injustice towards one particular group. It has to be balanced. In order to bring about that change, different strategies are to be managed, which would be responsible for bringing about this change. Now, when we talk about activism, in gender studies, activism plays a major role, because without social activists or without activism taking place, you do not find any kind of change evolving in a society. In activism, what happens is the private problems are made public. Personal becomes political, right? For example, if we talk about the domestic violence in a family, it's a very personal thing. It's a very private thing. If a wife is being beaten up by her husband, but it is the duty or it is the role of the activists to lend support and bring about change by creating awareness that this kind of inequality or this kind of subjugation is not to be accepted, not to be taken, and this kind of awareness can be brought about only through activism. Activists play a major role not only in creating awareness, but also they devise policies to bring about a change, to rather neutralize, to bring about a change wherein all these differences are removed, are eradicated. So, understanding gender provides a way of deconstructing apparently gender neutral categories such as citizenship. Okay, so as a citizen, every individual enjoys the same privileges, same rights, but are they given these same rights? No. So, it is exactly here that activism plays a major role. The feminist movement has played a major role. That is also a part of activism, where a lot of rights have been given to women to safeguard their rights. And all these body of study becomes a part of gender studies.